Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my channel. So, in the yesterday session, we have already discussed about the different fundamental things. Okay, you can see here, what are the things we have discussed already. We discuss operators. Yes or no? Then variable assignment. Okay. Then different types of assignment we have. Multiple assignment also. And then dynamic typing. Okay. Difference between static typing and dynamic typing. Then how to take input through input function and display the output through output. Yes or no? Okay. So these are the things already we have discussed yesterday. Today we'll start data types concept. Okay. So here the data type in Python specifies the type of data we are going to store in any variable. Okay. The different types of data we are going to store in any variable. That means suppose you take a equal to 7. The 7 is one type of data or not? Can you tell me yes or no? Suppose I take b equal to 8.5. 8.5 one data or not? Means sub value. So c equal to hello. So you can see these are the different types of value we can store when we are doing different types of operation in a program. Different types. It should be, it may be integer, it may be floating point number, it may be complex number, it may be string, list, tuple, dictionary, whatever it should. Okay, but we have to use it in our program. So for this, we require the data types in a program to, whenever we need this one in the programming language to do different types of operation, then we take the help of data types. This is the main definition of the data types. Different types of data. The number, int, float, complex, different number, string, list, tuple, dictionary. Clear, I think, everyone? Okay, these are the different data types provided by the Python programming language. So from the name, it is very clear that number data types are used to store the numeric values. Integers, signs, booleans, floating point numbers, then complex numbers. These are the different types of numeric value you can assign to any variable to perform different kinds of operations. Integers, you can see here. Integers allow to store whole numbers only, and there is no fractional part. Fraction part. Integer means it should be whole number, either positive or negative, whatever you can call it. But it should be whole number. There should not be any fractional part. Integer signed. So it is normal integer representation of the whole numbers. Integer in Python can be on any length. Okay. It is only limited by the memory available, but in Python 3.x, integer data type can be used to store big or small integer value, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, it is called integer sign. That means whenever anyone tell you what is integer data type, it should be taken the whole number value, either it is positive whole number or negative. Booleans, it allows to store only two values, true and false. Okay, the internal value of boolean value is true and false. That means whenever you will take any type of condition, on that particular time you will use what boolean value. We can get boolean value from 0 and 1 using bool function. Okay, bool of 0 means false, bool of 1 means. Floating point number are mainly used to storing the values like distance, area, temperature, okay, which have some fractional part. 3.25, 7.25, 8.5, 3.7, like this the different number you will get. Suppose you'll find out some area of a circle, okay, area of a square, whatever, any means geometrical shape, you'll find out the area. Then that should means sometime it will be come in the fractional part. Always it is not in the integer, depending upon their whatever sides or radius, whatever. So same thing, whenever we'll take this type of example, this type of program, suppose we are doing any conversion of temperature Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit. So on that particular program, we have to use the fractional value. The integer value we cannot do that. Clear? So floating point number have two advantages over integer. They can represent the value between the integers. Okay, they can represent. Suppose you have taken fractional value, means fractional part as the data type fraction, then you can also occupy integer. There is no problem. It will take 3 points. Suppose you will take you write only 3. You have taken fraction, so it is 3.0. So like this, they can represent a much greater range of value also. But floating point numbers suffer from one disadvantage. What is that? Floating point operation are usually slower than integer operation. Okay. So as compared to integer, the floating point operation is little bit slower. In Python, floating point numbers represent machine level double precision floating point number. Okay. 15-digit precision, double precision floating point number. Python. Then Python represents another number system, complex number. It is in the form of a plus b that you have read in the uh, your mathematics. So here one real part is there, one imaginary part is there. So in Python here j, the value of j is root over of -1. Both and real and imaginary parts are of type float. So here a is the real part and this one is the imaginary part. Both are comes under what floating type value. Okay. So Python allows to retrieve real and imaginary part of complex number using attribute real and image. Okay, you can see they have taken here 1 plus 3.54j. So when you write the function a.real, then they will give you 1.0. Okay, because it is in the fractional part. I told you it is fraction means they will convert it to you 1.0. Then added imaginary 3.54. Clear, I think, everyone? String data type. All string in Python is a sequence of Unicode characters. Okay, Unicode supports every character from every language. Following are the legal strings in Python. You can see sequence of characters enclosed within a double quote, okay, or single quote or clear. Then we can call it is a string type data. Every character in string is at a particular position, that is called index. Position is called index, which starts from 0. First character will be index 0 and so on, like this. Okay. So whenever you will take one, suppose you take string 1 equal to Python program. Okay. So here the each and every character, how will be you identify, how will we access? Through the mechanism of index, and index always starts from 0, 0 here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Okay, here they have given the example. So in Python, string is a sequence of characters, and each character can be individually accessed using which method? Index. And from the beginning, the first character in string as index 0, and last will be length of -1. You can see string support two types of indexing. One is your forward indexing, another one is your backward indexing. Okay, so forward indexing starts from 0, backward indexing starts from -1. You can see welcome, these are the characters. Okay, data type, list data type. A list in Python represents a list of comma separated value of any data type between the square bracket. Whatever you will see in between the square bracket, and it should be comma separated. Okay, then you can treat as a list data type. Whatever the value should be, it should be integer, it should be fractional, number, okay, string, whatever the value, but it should be in the form of means square bracket and comma separated. It is mutable, values are changeable. The mutable concept will read after this. You can see family equal to this one, print family. Now you can see here. Okay, so this is the list data types. Tuples, tuples as those lists which cannot be changed. It is called immutable. Okay, and it will be in the parenthesis. I will know it is a tuple, and the comma separated value should be there, separated by comma. The value should be there, separated by comma. If it is in the square bracket, it is treated as a list. If it is in the parenthesis, it as a tuple. But the value should be here in the separated by which special character comma. You can see here. Okay, dictionary is another feature of Python. It is an on order set. Okay, here there is no sequence of comma separated key value pair. Here the main concept is key and value. Okay, key value pair, you can see here keys defined in dictionary cannot be same. No two keys can be same here. Student, roll 1, name, jaga, percentage is 1. When you print student, okay, you get it. Only if you will take the key, you'll get the value only. You can see here. Okay, dictionary is mutable. We can modify the dictionary elements. Clear? All the data types we have discussed now. Okay, summary. This is the four data types. You can see numbers is divided into integer, floating point number, complex number. Integer again divided into boolean. Okay, then sequence, which is following sequence: string, tuple, list. Mapping is dictionary. Okay, so if the question will come, list out the core data types of Python. List out the core data types of Python, then we'll write this one. Clear? Then comes to mutable and immutable types. You can see in the just before we are discussing that list is changeable, tuple is not changeable. So what is that? Okay, so it is one concept. Python data object can be broadly categorized into two types. One is mutable, another one is immutable types. So in simple word, it is called, one is mutable means it is called changeable, and immutable means non-changeable or non-modified. So immutable types are those that can never change their value in place. Okay, after defining once, we cannot modify it. That is called immutable type. Suppose I define here a string 1 equal to 5. Suppose. Okay, now I want to change the y value. Someone told you to change the y value to I. So it is not possible here. Okay, it is not possible in the string because string is one immutable type. Integers is an immutable type. Floating point is one immutable type. Here it is listed: integers, float, boolean, strings, tuples. Clear my point? Why it is immutable type? Because after defining it once, we cannot change in place value. We cannot change it at all. Okay, so these are the example. So if the question will come, what is immutable types, you can write immutable types are those types of value after defining it once we cannot change their value in place. And these are the example: integer, floating point, boolean, string, tuples. You can see here immutable types. In Python, each value is in memory is assigned a memory address. So each time a new variable is pointing to that value, they will be assigned the same address and no new memory allocation. You can see here. A equal to 10, B equal to A, C equal to 15. So now you can see A and B is pointing to only the address, memory address 255 because their value is same. But C is pointing to different memory address because the value of the C is different. So Python provides one function that is called id function to get the memory address to which value or variable is referred. Okay, if their value is same, then they will be pointing to same address. If their value is different, they will pointing to different address. You can see. Changes done to the variable ABC. A equal 20, B equal to 40, C equal to B. Okay, now A20, this is referred to this address. Then B40, same address. C equal to B, you can see both C and B is referring to this address. Okay, so from the previous code is clear that variable names are a stored reference to value object. Each time we change the value, variable's reference memory address also change. Whenever we change the value change means address also change. Okay, so here we can see that the variable names have to store reference. That means when the value change, memory address also but change. Okay, clear? So variable of certain type are not like storage container with fixed memory address. Their value changes every time They are immutable. Mutable type, that means mutable means in same memory address, new value can be stored as and when it is required. Same memory address also new value we can add it. So what are the mutable types? So understand what is mutable type. That means after defining one element, we can change in place value. We can change. In immutable, we cannot change in place value. Okay. So list, dictionary, sets. These three are there. It is called mutable type. So suppose I define one list here. I'm showing you here clearly. Let me erase this one. Sorry. Hmm. Suppose I create one list. List one, two, three, A, B. Okay, I create. Suppose someone told you to change this A value to C. Then what will do? What is the index position? You know that 0, 1, 2, 3. Then you will write list 1 of 3 equal to C. Okay, and the value will be here. In place of 3 index position, it will, the A changes to whom? C. This is called mutable, but it is not possible in immutable case. Clear, I think, everyone? Okay. So it is telling here, you can see. Suppose they have create one employee list E001 comma cells this one. Print employee. The address you can see. Okay. Then they change the value. Employee of 3. 3 means this one. 0, 1, 2, 3. This one. So they have changed to 75,000. You can see the value now changed 67,000 to 75,000. Yes or no? But the memory address you can see same because it is a one data type, list data type. It is mutable. So whenever also the value will be changes, there should not be any changes in the memory address. Clear? Then Python is an object-oriented language. So everything in Python is an object. An object is any identifiable entity that have some characteristics, properties, and behavior. Okay, like integer values are object. They hold the whole numbers, only characteristics. They support the arithmetic operation, which is the behavior. Suppose they have taken integer as an object. So what is their property? They will accept the whole number value. It is the characteristics of that, and they support all the arithmetic operations. Okay, so every Python object has three key attributes. What is the key attribute? Now, what type of object it is? What are the different types of value he is taking? And what is the ID of an object? ID means memory address. Memory address. Okay, so what type of object is it? And what type of value he is taking? And what is the ID of an object? Yeah. Type of an object. So type of an object determines the operation that can be performed on the object. Okay. A equal to 100 type of A. Then we can see it is class integer. It is an integer type object. Name Jax type. Class structure. It is a string type object. Okay. And that is the type. When you use the type function, it will know the type of an object. What type it is. Evaluating logical expression. Okay, if a logical expression will come, logical expression means and or, this thing should be there. Then while evaluating the logical expression, Python follow these rules. This precedence of logical operation is lower than the arithmetic operator. Okay. For this, you see the operator precedence table. I will share you with you operator precedence table. You will follow for this. Okay. List of operator with highest order to lowest order. 10 by 5 or 5.0. 50 by 10 will be evaluated as 5 or 10.05. The precedence of logical operator among themselves are first is not, then and, then or. Okay, this is the precedence. So you can check like this and you will be doing the logical expression evaluate. Then come to next concept, typecasting. Typecasting means it is called explicitly type conversion, changing the one type to another type. Changing one type to another type. But it is called typecasting. Okay, so an explicitly type conversion is the user defined conversion. It should be done by the user that forces an expression to be a specific type. Okay, the explicitly type conversion, also known as what? Typecasting. That means it will force to change from one data type to another data type. So the syntax data type to convert expression, for example, string equal to 100. Now change. Okay, the string will be changed to integer. We'll convert the string into which type? Integer type. That is called typecasting. Clear everyone? What is the meaning of typecasting? That means changing of type data types from one type to another type. Then the library, math library function. Okay, why it is used? It will use, there is some function is there to perform the different types of operations on the basic, all the specific functions. So for this you need to first import this library, import this module. Okay, so math library means you will import math, then you will get the facility to access this what function, that is the use of math library. So first, before using this function, you need to import. Import means to give access. That is the use of import. Okay, so then we'll discuss the different libraries are there, like you can see, continuing here it is math module, random module. Okay, this module is in your course. Then we'll discuss, okay, next class we'll discuss function chapter and file handling chapter. So important concept. Okay, these two chapter we'll discuss in the next class. This is all about your fundamental concept Python revision tool 1. Okay, so read, means see on my video whatever I have done for this Python revision tool 1. If you have any doubt, you can comment me here. Okay, thank you for today's class. Bye bye.